All right. We finally have a show. Sorry we weren't here last night. I actually fucked my neck up, so I would have been moving around kind of like Batman the whole night, and it wasn't worth it. And, good thing it's been a slow news week, so there wasn't much to talk about anyway, but we're here tonight, joined by Society Reviews and Cider, first time on the show. Actually, Cider, I think it's the first time I've ever streamed with you, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name right.
Yep, cider like the drink. Yeah, I believe so as well. I'm one of those guys that just drops from the sky.
Awesome. I think I've seen you around on a few streams. So cool. Good to have you here, man. And Theo, co-host, is still out on assignment. I think he's going to be back this weekend, so we'll see. So touch grass may or may not be a thing tomorrow, but we'll find out. Also joined by Bat Sauce, another regular, and our producer, Drunken Emerald. How are you guys doing tonight? I'll give you guys a dual intro. Fight for it.
Everyone talk at once.
Yeah, hey, this is a Rogues Gallery. This is the more professional, respectable news show.
Yeah, it's just free for all.
What about those communist revolutionaries?
Oh God! So where do we start? Yesterday was pretty eventful, and was anybody surprised about the news we got this afternoon when the officer involved in the entire incident released? Now, there's a big misconception. It's not actually body cam footage. It was just a cell phone recording. He had his cell phone in his breast pocket and was recording that to kind of COA, which I'm surprised they should all have body cams for their protection. I'm really surprised they don't have something professional.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Like at all.
I don't either. Every time I've seen a recording
versus the police, but I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Because look at it from this perspective, right? This whole thing, and to me, the footage that got released today only affirmed that anyone with actually an eye that functions and can see things clearly, you can see exactly what happened in the very first footage that got released. Like the very first video, that of the whole detail and how you saw the cop in front of the car and all that. Like, you know exactly what happened when you look at it the first time. The video that came out today only reaffirmed to everyone who is honest enough to be truthful about what actually happened, confirmed everything that we've been saying for the last couple of days, vindicated everything to a T, right? So it's like, it wasn't really much of a surprise because it was only reaffirming what we already knew. The only people who are having a problem with what got released today are the people who are now pivoted so far away from, this is straight up murder created by Donald Trump's ICE, to, oh, well, he called her a bitch after she hit him with a car.
After she hit him with the car. Also, one thing to note, in fact, actually, we'll go through it. We're going to dissect the whole video. I'm sure there's no one that doesn't already know what happened yesterday, but I want to watch the original released video first so we can kind of pick that apart. Then we'll go right into the new video that was released today. Because even the fact that... Oh, go ahead, man.
I just wanted to say the reason why ICE has those phones is because they don't have the body cams. What they're doing, the whole reason why he's circling that car is to procure evidence in the event of an incident or for later contact, as when she's confronted, the lesbian wife confronts the ICE agent and says, when you see us later, she's directly referencing him recording the license plate. That's why they have the phones, is because they don't have the body cams. And basically what this is an insurance that you can't lie about ICE operations. We've got it all recorded from 12 different vantage points.
Okay, so they just have a different protocol and just use a different device. I'm sure this isn't their personal cell phone. This must be some kind of government issue. That would be my guess. It's
acting in the place of a body cam. I don't know if it's procedure or they can't find a bulletproof body cam. I'm not sure. Maybe they can't find it. It matches their vests. I don't know, but they're just using the phones, and they appear to be standard issue. All of them have the same design and case. I don't think all the ICE agents are all fans of the silver case, but that seems like a real, like bounce off the ground otter case, I think is what they call them.
Yeah. If it's issued to them, they're all going to be pretty much identical.
Yeah.
So, and still going through looking for the most basic example of what happened. Let's see.
I mean, I
Before
got
we
the
go.
original.
Well, I mean, do you want the
That's
truth?
what I
or do you
needed.
want what do you want? The truth or the liberal
I want
spin?
I want to go with
Well-
the original footage released that the liberals spin with first, and then I want to dissect the other one. So if you already, I don't know why I don't.
I'll have to
it
look. I'll have to
already.
look. To
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes. I mean, a couple seconds. I can just pull it up right here because
Yeah.
I remember the exact video that started this whole kerfuffle, I guess you can call it here.
A little bit of context on that clip, though, is that this woman was pursuing ICE throughout the day and leading the traffic interruptions throughout the day. Multiple witnesses that were part of her group testified that she was in charge of interfering with the progression of the ICE vehicles that, by the way, were in that neighborhood to capture a pedophile.
Yeah. And like I said, we will eventually get to it here too, but the biggest death blow of today's footage was the entire notion that she was just some innocent victim that was caught up in the moment.
Adam Schiff, she was just a mom trying to get home to her kids.
Yeah, the ones that she did not have custody over, apparently.
Right. Now I don't want, this is a lot of speculation with something there. I've heard reporting that the reason she didn't have custody over the other children was there were some abuse allegations from the wife, the other mom, the stepmom, I guess you'd call her. I don't want to go too far into that until that's confirmed, because those are some pretty hefty allegations, but
even though they would fit the stereotype.
They would. Either way, she only had one kid. She was there for that reason. No other reason at all.
Well, this brings up a really good point too. Before we get into it, this kind of goes into the media spin and how they're really trying to drum up the picture the media used versus how she actually looked. Every time they pick the most flattering or older picture, when it's a youth, he was just an 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old child, and they pull up a picture when he's like 14 and into Pokemon, instead of the recent pictures where the kid has tattoos on his face and is posing with a gun. Okay. Every fucking time. And I have a sneaking suspicion that she had a regular family, because the brother-in-law made a comment that she shouldn't have been her ex-brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So she had a husband, she dipped out, and then, went to go. She probably had one of those woman versions of a midlife crisis to go, discover her lesbian activist true calling. Holy shit, Lawrence Knight for $50 fucking. How? Wow. What? Why? Thank you so much, Lawrence. You didn't have to do that. Can't stay, but I wanted to stop by and support. Always a pleasure to have you on. And whenever you're here, man, need to have you back on the show. But you did not have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
$50.
Holy crap. Now,
Hell yeah.
let me see if I can find the Adam Schiff response. It's just perfect.
Yeah, I put the video in the private chat already. If you didn't see it there.
Cool.
Yeah, because I was trying to. That was the footage that was going to start this whole thing. Because like I said, there's so much to unpack. We really had to do it from the beginning, because so many splinters have been created from this whole thing that we really did go back to where this all actually started, and it was with this video here, where, like I said, it was a woman clearly in the middle of the road, and many have alluded to the fact that if it wasn't a snowy day and the ground didn't have as much traction as it did, it probably could have turned very, very poorly for this cop in general. But she essentially is blocking half of the street so that ICE cannot go through, whether they have someone detained already or they're trying to get to somebody who needs to be detained is up for a question there. But she blocks the way. The officers get out of the car. There were, I think, 3 of them in total. They get out of the car. They literally tell her straight up, get the F out of the car. And she basically decides she's going to go into reverse, punches the car in reverse, and then tries to punch it into drive with a third officer very clearly in front of the vehicle. And the third officer was the one who shot her. I think he fired 3 shots. 2 of them landed. And then she was dead instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go. This is the first one that everybody on the left is by this video evidence, we'll consider it to be a murder.
Even though I
want to turn the volume up.
No, shit.
I do want. Let's go back just a little bit.
I was gonna say just pause right there. Like go back and pause right there at that moment. Right.
Probably a good idea to mute it too.
Yeah. So the woman on the right, we didn't know this at the time, but the woman on the right in the back of that vehicle right there is the wife, quote unquote, of the woman who's in the other vehicle. So she turns out with the video that we learned today to be the focal point of this entire situation because she was the one giving directions to the woman in the car to flee and run from the cops and basically to try to hit one of the cops as she was fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what all of our good leftist friends just love to forget here is that she was given a lawful order to shut off her vehicle and get out.
Yeah,
yep.
It was that was a lawful order before any of that took place. She was hanging her arm out the window, taunting them. Her arm is out the window at the beginning of this clip. She's taunting them. She knows what she's doing.
Except for one thing, because of the Democrats and leftist media. They have turned and said that ICE are not police. They can't arrest U.S. citizens. They can't do that. Which is completely false. They absolutely can arrest.
Like I said, they've flat out told their base, other leftists, that, oh, well, they're not, federal officers unless they identify themselves. So if they don't identify themselves, you don't have to listen to them. They're not real cops, quote unquote.
Are you a cop? You have to tell me. It's the law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
100% not true. 100% not true.
So that lie and that mindset have these deranged people going out there literally fighting law enforcement because they think that they're not real cops and there's no actual consequences for going against these people.
Right.
Now,
yeah, they have. That's why I titled this episode, and I hope I don't lose my whole channel because of it. Weaponized retardation. Because left, the media, the left in general, and especially the leftist authority figures have weaponized people's ignorance and stupidity, gullibility, and their hive mind warmth collectivism to use as pawns against their enemies. Mm-hmm. They've been waiting for this moment since summer.
And this has been going on for quite some time now. Like this whole demonization of ICE kind of started roughly within weeks of Trump regaining the office just last year.
Tim did a real quick breakdown on this, and it's like, yep, she backed off. But right there, the wheel is spinning, which means she floored it when it was heading right towards the officer.
And if there wasn't ICE there on the ground, which is why she lost traction for a momentary second, she would have just ran right into him directly.
Yes, which she actually did. She did clip him hard. And to hear fucking Mayor Fry say, "Oh, you could get that kind of injury from hitting the refrigerator door with your hip," because he looks like the kind of guy that goes into the kitchen, grabs a Zima, and then closes it with his fucking hip.
Don't tell me back in the late 90s you didn't drink a Zima.
No.
One of the things here, though, is that the agent that opened fire here, just last week, he was drugged 60 yards by an illegal alien attempting to flee.
Yep.
So he had already experienced what it's like to be underneath a car. He was not going to do it again.
What is pissing me off with the leftist commentators out there is they keep replaying the slow-mo version. Yeah, you want to know what? In the slow-mo version, it looks like the officer would have time to get out of the way.
Yeah.
When you're playing it in slow-mo, you go and it's like, let's play a game. Let's play a game, leftist. I'm going to give you a gun. I am going to floor it at you and see how long it takes. And you need to put it in your holster and make the decision. I'm going to run you over. Let's see what decision you make.
Well, not only that,
you don't know what way my tires are, and you just hear the engine all of a sudden accelerate.
Well, like I said, we have to remember how they tried to portray this until the evidence came out. With this angle of the shooting, you didn't even see the third officer until right as she's about to drive away. So at first glance, it looks like the two officers on the left here were the ones who shot her. We found out that was not the case. So everyone was hyper focused on these two on the left here, thinking that they were the ones responsible for firing the gun. But it's only the third officer who comes into view at the very last minute of the frame that was the one involved to begin with.
So I've got an interesting statistic here. In 2025, traffic-related deaths to law enforcement, including both fatal crashes and officers struck by vehicles, often during traffic stops, are nearly 23%.
Yeah. Because, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you can go back, obviously, a lot further than 5 years with the whole George Floyd situation. I mean, it really kind of started or got amplified with Black Lives Matter, which led to George Floyd. But ever since the Summer of Love in 2020, the left has done absolutely nothing but demonize law enforcement to the point where everyone hates cops. Everyone hates the authority of cops. Because remember, years ago, it was, oh, they're just indiscriminately killing black people. And that was kind of the strength of the narrative for a few years. Then all of a sudden, they're not focused on individual cops anymore. Now it's ICE. So now they've kind of shifted their hatred of law enforcement towards ICE, and now ICE is the big bad guys because ICE are deporting people who should not be here to begin with.
And they also, like you were saying earlier, they paint that narrative. They're not actual cops. They're just Trump Gestapo puppets that really don't have any power or authority. You can pretty much do whatever you want. We even had a politician, I'm still trying to find it, that said you need to put your bodies in the way. Use your bodies to deter them from doing what they're doing.
Yep.
What they've done, though, is that by doing this with ICE, they've made these middle-aged cat ladies feel as though that they're Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow taking out Hydra agents, you know?
Right.
And that's why these women act the way they do, is because they're LARPing. They're believing that, I am the action hero like Scarlett Johansson. I am so beautiful and reckless and wonderful and right. And I will run over this officer and I will get away and I will be celebrated when I go into the underground. I will be the queen of the rejects. Oh, yeah.
Well, they don't even think they'll go to jail for it, especially not in Minneapolis. They will go in, be processed, be let go, and it'd be nothing. That would be the worst that can happen. They want a little bit of consequence, just enough to be a victim, to be a martyr. They didn't want this amount.
I'm gonna be the funny guy here. The problem is like when I thought of Mad Max in America, I was like, oh yeah, like Texas, Nevada, places where people are gonna have some wide open space to go crazy. I had no idea it was gonna be Minnesota. I didn't know that we were going to have to deal with Lord Humongous out there in Minnesota.
But the thing is you weren't expecting this to actually occur like this, but it makes sense. Because now, really, no one's talking, and this is why a lot of people are speculating that this was a setup. Because what are people not so much talking about anymore? All the corruption with
fraud.
The Somali community. They're now talking about this.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that was an attempt that's going to fail miserably.
Yeah.
Dude, Somalis are laughing so hard right now.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's a clip I wish I could play, but I can't because of the language this young black girl uses. But she pretty much lays it out that this girl literally put her body, sacrificed being her kids having a mother for a group of people that really don't give a fuck about her, never have, never will.
So there's two delusions going on here simultaneously, and it's both extremely dangerous for the left. On one side, the constant portrayal of ICE by like entertainment shows and Saturday Night Live and Jimmy Kimmel and all these individuals are Exactly, is that ICE they're just a bunch of chuckle fucks who they just have exactly, they're just a bunch of thugs with authoritarian complex, and they're not really competent. They don't actually know what they're doing or anything like that. They're a bunch of incompetent buffoons. By the way, the officer in question fired 3 shots and hit her with 2 from point blank range. So that kind of shows you he's actually kind of trained and knows what he's doing, right? So that's a whole conversation in and of itself. But then the other side of this, because these people have deluded themselves to the point where they actually think that they're fighting like World War II Nazis in Germany. They think that they're the Marvel superheroes of the story. And I say Marvel specifically because these people think that they are the Avengers fighting Thanos. They think that Trump is Thanos, Trump is the ultimate enemy, and we need to fight the little underlings of Trump because we need to save the country. We're the heroes of this story. So you have delusion on 2 fronts. It's that these people think that they're way stronger than they actually are, and they think that their enemy is way dumber than they actually are, and that's a recipe what just happened with this woman to fuck around, find out, and get yourself killed.
Dude, they think you can just shoot out tires and cars will stop. They're like, well, why are they shoot the tires?
Because that's not how law enforcement's trained. If they pull out their firearm, there's only one thing they're going to do, and that's put somebody down literally for good.
Shoot them in the legs, immobilize them.
I've heard
that's
like
not a thing.
Incredibly dumb solutions to this. Of course, the first 2 are shoot the tires out, shoot them in the legs. The third one was shoot the tear gas canister into the car.
Right.
Guys,
what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, right. We call this excessive force for a reason. The officer drew his firearm when his life was endangered, not because he needed to prevent her from getting away. We've completely missed what was happening here. She was given a lawful order. She resisted arrest. But in the process of resisting arrest, she endangered an officer's life. Up until that point, she was just what is it called? Escaping arrest or something. I'm not sure what the official charge is.
Or something like that.
Evading arrest.
Yeah, avoiding.
Up until that point, she had only evaded arrest. That's not a felony. That's 30 days in jail, possibly 60 days in jail.
She's being detained, to be precise.
Right. Exactly. She hadn't officially been arrested. That's true. She was only being detained. So at that point, she was just resisting the lawful order. So even then, not a felony, death penalty, none of that. And no, we're Marvel superheroes, baby. We're going to Thelma and Louise right off the edge of this neighborhood into the ditch.
Yeah, they would go. I think that she thought the worst would happen. She'd go get a mugshot that she would be really proud of and send to all her fucking wine mom, activist, lesbian friends.
Reply to Trump on Twitter with my mugshot's hotter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she? This is how the cops have been treating them the whole time. They're just this is how they get away with it. And then, of course, that you just encourage those habits.
So there's 2
things.
Yeah,
because look at Minneapolis right now. They're just letting them. No one can get home in this neighborhood now. Mm-hmm. They're having the people that live in that neighborhood are forced to stay in hotels because they have turned it into a mini Chaz, and they won't let them even just drive through. But go ahead, Society.
So a perfect example of that is this, two things. One, the argument's you should just shoot him in the leg. You guys understand there's a major artery in your leg that if it gets severed, you will bleed out within minutes. Yeah. Do you guys understand that's thing? These people watch entirely too many movies and they think that the movie logic is actually real, which is astoundingly scary. But that's the kind of besides the point there. But the second part of this is that particularly with this woman and then the other woman involved here is that the only word that I can use to describe here is just delusion, the delusional thought of all of this and how this is supposed to go down. These people think that they can essentially disrupt justice and then dictate the terms in which the justice system or the legal system can then go after them as a result of it. So she thought that she can go out there and do donuts in the middle of the street to prevent ICE from going anywhere, then that ICE should have no means of repercussions for her actions at all. Now all of a sudden it's I was just doing this, I was just doing that. It's that's not how any functioning rational society works, ever. You can't find it anywhere.
Gas tank, the car will explode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean the reason I point out the tires thing too, because a lot of people are shoot the tires.
Okay,
out. It'll stop. The
other
car,
than Other than we know a dog was in the car now, how fucking dope would it be if she clipped the officer, he lands on the ground John Wick style, pops 3 in the gas tank, and it just blew up.
Exactly right. Like blows up like it in the first Rush Hour movie, just explodes.
Yeah.
But then the Toyota logo fades in.
Mm-hmm.
No, he'd have to get up, look at the camera, and give an 80s fucking catchphrase like,
someone's gonna be late for dinner.
Traffic violation.
But it's like, you know what happens when you shoot a tire, right? Like, the car doesn't just stop. Like,
first of all, you have to hit the tire and not the rim of the car, which wouldn't affect it anyway.
So if he aimed for the tire, which he couldn't have done, but for sake of argument, it would have likely hit the rim and then ricocheted and killed either another officer or another protester. If he did hit the tire, the car would have gone so violently out of control, going at the speed she was going on the ice, it would have flipped over and rolled into like 10 more protesters, killing them all instantly. That would have been Christmas for the fucking Democrats. Sure. They would have. Oh my God.
I don't even think that would have happened. The tire just would have went flat and she would have drove on. You've seen these high-speed chases where these guys go with like half a tire at 90 miles an hour.
So. Some of them, they drive right on the rim with sparks going all up and down the street.
But I have seen a car get an impact flat and then violently go out of control.
Sure.
Especially a bigger SUV like that.
Sure.
And probably
so
without
easy to overcorrect
in any kind of way either.
But was at speed though, not accelerating, right?
Yeah. Right. At high speed.
And this woman does not strike me as like Dominic Toretto either. So
that's the other thing. Like the cops at the front of the car, right? And people are like, this guy should be able to go from standing straight up to doing a 5-foot dead leap to the left. Like that guy, he should just be able to leap like Spider-Man leap up onto the telephone pole.
I gotta play it here in a minute. Ryan Long and his buddy, they put out a great video of everything. They're being sarcastic assholes, which is fantastic. Everything they would have done. Well, if it were me, I would have done a barrel roll onto the hood of the car, used my combat knife to pry off the windshield, ducked into the car, subdued her, and pulled safely out to play the whole thing. But
right now, ICE agents need to start watching TJ Hooker and learn how to jump onto the hood.
There we go.
No, wanted, bro. They need to learn how to curve the bullet so they can disable her hand.
That's right.
You shoot into the open window. The window was open. It was perfect for curved bullets.
Now, what I'm about to play, this is great because this is maybe him commenting after the fact, but it's also the reason why she's not alive anymore. Is his rhetoric right here. It's a double take, because if you think about it, and we'll play it and you'll see what I mean.
Well, I was struck by a few things. First of all, it's horrifying to watch. And to think about this 37-year-old woman drops her kid off at school.
He's so upset by it. You can tell. Look at him. He's just,
he's great.
He's almost giddy.
Just so upset.
Guys, this is such a tragedy.
My third fiance was obsessed with America's Top Model. And so I learned this thing called smizing from Tyra Banks. And that's what he's doing. He's smiling with his eyes. You could see the grin in his eyes.
Yep.
Not involved in protest activity or anything.
Wrong. She was a leader in the protest. Yeah. They know this too. He doesn't just he spoke without knowing all the facts of the case. No, they know. They already knew. They knew all of this before we did.
Seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong.
The thing is that they use speech and debate clause as their cover for bold-faced lie, except for the speech and debate clause only works when they're in the chamber floor. When they're out like this, technically they're not protected by the speech and debate clause.
Right. Which shouldn't be a thing. I think the speech and debate clause is
I agree.
Bullshit.
But at one point she's waving other cars to come on past.
That never happened. That never fucking happened.
Trying to make sure that she's not in the way, although she's been pulled over.
Nope.
He's cross-rise the road.
Her trying to turn away.
By the way, just pause real quick. She was not pulled over. She was literally in the front of the street. They literally had to stop to avoid hitting her. It wasn't like they were flashing their lights. Hey, pull your car over, man. So it's like these people were lying from the very beginning, and it's just great to see every lie they told systematically unravel itself within 48 hours.
I mean, I will say the one thing, she was waving cars on, and the ICE, they did show up in an unmarked car, so it's like, yeah, she probably did wave them on, not knowing they were ICE. But it's like, it's all irrelevant. It's irrelevant whether she was doing that or not. She was being detained. You cannot leave once being detained.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and another fun fact about if you're being detained depends on the crime usually, but there's a lot of leeway if you flee when you are being detained under suspicion of a crime. Sometimes they can actually shoot you for fleeing.
Oh yeah, 100. Well, yeah, if they suspect that you are a danger to other people, like if you can hurt them, let's say you're in a really heavy, I don't know, vehicle, and you can potentially hurt people with said vehicle because you're reckless and on the road. They have a duty to immediately stop you,
disable.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what's also irritating me about this is that they still look at it as the car is not a weapon. Yes, it is.
100%.
Absolutely is a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Brooks, anybody?
I mean, there's literally laws on the books for not only vehicle or a manslaughter, vehicle or homicide, but it's clearly classified as a deadly weapon, especially when you plow into somebody with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the shots fired into the car. The wheels
pause.
of the car pointed.
You think for someone who hates law enforcement as much as they do, you think that these people will know a little bit about the law, right? You think that they would
that's the fun part. The people in charge do, but they dilute everything for just this situation. They want this to happen so bad that they keep repeating it, that they're not real cops, that you can pretty much do whatever and nothing bad will ever happen to you. So totally get out there and do it, guys. We need you.
Towards the agent, but away from the agent. That's what leaps out to me from the video. Well, I was struck.
Okay.
And the thing is or they are this ignorant of the law, because look, when they talk about gun control, they don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Well, again, no, the people in charge do. The politicians do. They're playing dumb to get the dumb masses to repeat the messaging that is incorrect to get what they want. It's manipulation. Again, they're weaponizing people's complete and utter retardation.
These are the people who, like I said, they go on, they listen to Jimmy Kimmel later on that day, and Jimmy Kimmel was telling them, "Oh, well, she was just scared and all. She wasn't a threat to anyone." And then they expect you to believe that, because they don't actually expect you to go out there and do your own research and watch the videos for yourself. And this is why I find them most dishonest, because all these angry, enraged people, we all know they at least saw the first video, but there's been several other angles of this that have been released since, and they're all pretending like they haven't seen those, because all of those absolutely destroy everything that they've been saying for the last couple of days. And that's what makes it extremely dishonest, because you know for a fact that they've seen it. They've chose not to say anything about it. Not a single person's come out and say, "Hey, look, with this angle here, it looks like that this may not have happened the way I initially thought." No one's saying that at all, because they're so dug in to the anti-ICE angle, they can't even admit it. So they're just going to pass it on like it didn't happen.
And because that's what they're used to doing too. And it's again, because the information used to only be passed through legacy media. It's not working like it used to, but it's still working to a point, because you still to this day can run into people in the wild that think that Kyle Rittenhouse killed 3 unarmed black protesters.
So, yeah, I mean, the reaction is very similar to that. And I would say it's 100% Jimmy Kimmel should be arrested. The problem is the effect that would have. My thing is, would it better, should we just let people sue Jimmy Kimmel if they if something happens? You know, they make it so they can sue gun companies for manufacturers for gun deaths. So can't we do the same for these talk show hosts?
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Well, we do have laws against inciting violence, and they are bordering on that. You know, free speech works except when you're yelling fire in a theater and when you're on your soapbox telling people to go get that guy. And this borders on it. Especially when he's got a t-shirt that says Donald Trump will kill you on it. That's basically telling people that the president of the United States is a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it would be more effective because of how retarded people are. And if we were to properly arrest them how we should be arrested, it just would be a lot of bad would happen, right? Now, if you made it so next time somebody was like killed or something like that, an incident happened, and they're like, well, I watched Jimmy Kimmel and he said that Trump was trying to kill me. I say, like, okay, cool. You either go to prison for life or you can sue Jimmy Kimmel. I would probably take that. You only go to jail for 20 years. And that would probably start to teach people a lesson. I don't know. Weird.
Well, we already know Jimmy Kimmel's not going anywhere. Disney doesn't give a fuck. I only think I was getting excited, or at least willing to go spend money on the theater to go see Doomsday. I'm not going to put any money into anything Disney touches until that motherfucker's off the air. One thing I also haven't done, let's say hi to the chat real quick before we get into the next video. We got Ronald Skinburn. What is up, man? We've got Scream Queen Selena, or the producer. Hello, honey. Let's see. We got Jason fucking Clinton. What's up, Jason? Hello, everyone. We've got the Devastator. Good to see you, man. Lawrence Knight coming in hot with that $50. I really appreciate that. We got Cyfax. Ice save the Ice Agent. Good point. Very good. That's actually very true. We got Vagabond Poor Honda.
They ironically were the only ones who didn't deserve what happened.
We got Blue-Eyed Scorpio. Local cops in these lib shitholes are also not true law enforcement. That's 100% true. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. These useful idiots aren't used to actual authority for 5 years now. There is no grasp on reality for true consequences. No, that's 110% true.
It's also worth noting that the whole rise in crime in the last 5 years is a direct result of leftists pushing hatred against law enforcement, hatred against police officers. The whole defund the police made all of these cities significantly unsafer. Crime rose all over the nation as a result of this, especially in their own strongholds. It's like there's a reason why crime is really bad now, even in places like Los Angeles, where the most overwhelming majority of people support the very notions that weaken the police.
Yep. And it's almost like they all have a plan, right? Like they're doing it on purpose, but why would they? Why would they demonize law enforcement? Why would they have prosecutors that purposely let violent offenders back onto the streets over and over? Why would they do any of this? South River Studios. Hey, good to see you, man. These people have led sad, broken lives, and they think that reality is a social construct meant to exclude them. They just want to belong to something because they feel like outcasts. They're cause heads. Yeah, no, that's a good one. All right, let's see who else we got. Ronald Skinburn again. I think we're all caught up. Hey, we got Professor. Okay, Professor's in the chat. Yep, I do it. I got a whole bunch of chats from Professor.
Yeah, maybe don't put all them up.
Maybe not. I'm going to look for the good ones.
With the
Democrats, these are not Democrats. They're communists. It's one and the same at this point. There's a lot I'm not going to put up. They are on Rumble, though.
The infestation with that's been happening with this ideology with cops. I mean, I know veterans that are just like very qualified for law enforcement, just struggling to try to get an opportunity in local police. And then I have one of my wife's old friends that was pretty overweight and then also pretty crazy. And they let her try. She failed the first time. They let her try again. No problem. Right away. Hey, and it's it's because she's a woman, and that's what do you think comes along with that? Not, you know.
They want to lay off the Tennessee whiskey there, buddy.
We got Duke Devil. I'm so confused by some of the panel's comments. From what I've heard on CNN and MSNBC, a lovely poet was lived by Trump. Oh, wait, hold on. I've been drinking a lot. Yep. All right. Well, before we get to the next video, go ahead. Drunken, finish this one a couple times. I got to step away for just a second, then we'll get right back into the next one.
Yep. And we'll bring the speed back up. So then take off, and that's after the 3 shots. And then ran into, because obviously that point she was already out.
Yeah,
yep,
she had already been sent to the shadow realm by this point.
Yep.
Yeah, one thing I was pointing out before in the comments, like, you know, they keep pointing out, oh, she was backing up. She was, you know, this is a one-way road, and the car was turned pretty far to the left. So it's like, yeah, she backed up so she could, you know what I mean? Like if she were to turn right from that position, what's the turning radius on that car? That's why she backed up.
I mean, SUVs do not have really tight turning radiuses.
Yeah. So it's like the reason she backed up is so she can properly turn to the right.
And not only that,
not because she's trying to flee.
Like I said, the goalposts always keep getting moved. Oh, she was doing this. She was doing that. She was doing this. No, what she didn't do? Get out of the fucking car. She never did that.
Yep.
The one thing she was directly commanded to do is the only thing she didn't do.
And her lesbian life partner said, "Go drive, baby, drive."
Yep. And like I said, that was the most devastating part of this, because even up until essentially earlier today, they were trying to frame this as like, oh, innocent woman, she was scared, she panicked, guys, she didn't know what she was doing, she saw the cops and she got all freaked out. And then we find the video today that destroys all of that. Turns out she wasn't scared, she knew exactly what she was doing. She was agitating the entire situation, and her stupid dumbass lesbian wife was the one instigating the whole thing, and then got her wife killed right in front of her. Way to go, dummy. Yeah.
And then we saw that they were parked there for like 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So it's just like, man, we really need, like, you know, the dead one and the wife really need to look into their, like, where their money's coming from. Like, full on investigation.
Well, we know that they were trained at with a certain group called like Ice Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Where they actually train the people how to obstruct with vehicles.
Yeah.
But there is breaking news.
And it was also tied to the school the kids went to.
Yeah. Because they went to a school that isn't really like, they don't teach regular school. It's a school for
activists.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's a school for to train your little ones to become social justice warriors, because it worked so well with Mommy, didn't it?
I mean, let's be honest,
right now,
any school, like a real school at this point, is any school a real school? I mean, like from grade school to colleges, they seem like they're all just indoctrination camps now, right?
Yeah,
they are. We have to get that. There's 2 things that needs to happen. One, protesters no one should be able to block the road for any reason ever. That should be a felony no matter what. Fucking period, end of story. You're practically kidnapping somebody because you're preventing their free travel.
Yep.
That has to go. And then we have to get something done with these fucking schools. But right now, insurrectionists are currently trying to invade a hotel in Minnesota that they believe the agents are staying at. So this is big. We got to go right to this before we even get to the original.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get to the clip, but for the most part, while you're pulling it up, I mean, Tim Walz has already declared war on the federal government. So at this point, send in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
This should be enough to declare the. Yeah, holy shit, it is. I think so. I think it is. Yeah. Duke Devil, I'm amazed how quickly these grassroots protests are able to get such well-prepared signs for protest. Yeah, where are they getting all this stuff?
Oh yeah, and
I'm being sarcastic. We know, like,
we're still trying to figure out where that pallet of bricks came from on January 6th, and no one can seem to figure out where the origin of that came from.
Well, she said that they didn't know anyone there because she just moved there. They moved there back in 2024 when like Trump was won. Then they moved to Canada, and then they came back. That I saw.
They came back just because of the they got notice that there was going to be a surge of ICE agents.
Yeah.
So
it's the same guy.
It is the same guy.
It is the same guy. I got him right here. I pulled him up. He's
okay.
Yeah, I remembered that.
It's the same guy.
The same guy.
And they haven't stopped lying to you since. They haven't stopped.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful. He's got a gas mask, a respirator, fucking
and
goggles.
Ski goggles. Yeah. So,
yeah, because you need all of that for a peaceful
he probably had that. And
you know what's amazing about this photo? It's like the producer didn't even have the audacity to just turn around and be like, maybe we just stand over here for this particular shot.
Yeah, fire in the background.
Exactly.
We do have a redemption arc.
No. The only reason I think they picked this angle is probably because the other angle was even worse.
That's true. That's true. There's someone being murdered behind the cameraman. We do have a redemption arc for the Honda Pilot. There you go.
All right, let's go back to.
Sorry.
Let's go back to this real quick. See what's going on.
So, Laura, right now we are in downtown Minneapolis. We've been following this protest
Say the line.
outside of a hotel where these protesters believe federal agents may be staying.
They believe they're staying there. According to Prof, they're not even there.
No. Why would they?
So all they're doing, there are people. Just poor people just fucking trying to get by, either in between jobs or in between a move or coming home from, we're right on the tail end of the holidays. They might be just traveling back and they're stuck with this all hours of the night.
And just in the last few seconds, it appears they're trying to get actually inside this hotel. You can see this ramp that they were all around me a few seconds ago, and now they're up this ramp. I can see a door open to this particular hotel.
Totally fine though, right? But January 6th, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst day ever.
Yeah, this totally isn't an insurrection.
Oh, that's a funny point. There's probably a bunch of illegals actually staying there. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. You know what's weird? It's like, we've known places like Seattle, Portland, like, LA, like those places have become like absolute liberal cesspools. But some reason up until, like I said, 5 or 6 years ago, we all just kind of slept on how bad Minneapolis actually was.
Yeah,
like we just couldn't think about that little snow town near the border, but it's like, they're just as bad as Portland. That's probably maybe even worse.
And that's and the whole thing, Minnesota. It's the entire state of Minnesota,
right? And it's manufactured. The whole thing was Minnesota used to be a fairly it was more of a purple state, but what they did, and fucking Bush was involved in this, was surgically implanting the fucking Somali immigrant community into Minnesota to make it perma blue.
I will also state this here too. If you guys recall, 1984, Reagan's re-election, the only state that didn't vote for him that year, Minnesota.
Wow.
He was the only state.
The only state, and then District of Columbia, the district. That was the only things that were blue on that map. The rest of the map was red.
Maine has also received quite a few Somali folk. We're only 1.4 million people here. There's more people in Las Vegas than in Maine, and we have received almost 75,000 undocumented folks. The majority of them have been Somali.
That's not good.
Yeah, the with the hotels, like I know my wife does sales, and they have depending on the state, like they'll get like registered, or they'll get money from the state and the federal government to like register them as like homeless centers, and then so they just fucking open the doors and they just get a shit ton of money from the government. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's a stupid decision because then they can't ever not do that. Because like, nobody wants to stay at a place where homeless people used to stay. Yeah, that's probably what this hotel.
Don't want to take a black light to those places.
No.
Yeah. Oh, and you can see and hear how much noise they're actually making right now. Earlier, they were shining lights on some of the windows, truly making as much noise as humanly possible to this point, banging on drums, blowing.
And what's crazy, they don't even know for sure that there's ICE agents there. They're just fucking doing it.
I mean, you know how bad it's really getting versus where we were 5-6 years ago. Now the protest signs aren't even in English anymore.
Yeah.
So
I want to quickly direct your attention.
Even the chants too, dude.
To the building in the background. You've got pink porno lights. Someone's making an OnlyFans video all the way to the right. And then someone is like tripping balls in the purple room there, just completely out of their mind, you know?
That's a Twitch streamer. So somebody's IRL streaming on Twitch right now.
That's right. And the OnlyFans model that they're talking about is up in the corner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How mad would you be if you just wanted to fucking get away for a little while, go get a room, put on some fucking retro lights, drop a little acid with your significant other?
Wait a minute. Is that iron up
about
there?
this?
Is that iron up in that room?
Oh. Hey, I'm not in Minnesota.
Can you hear them outside? Because I see the red on the balcony.
We talked about this last night on Comics Division show. Probably the only thing that stopped widespread riots in certain cities like Minnesota is the fact that it's too damn cold at the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's January, like smack dab in the middle of January. Had this been like maybe April or May, maybe we're talking about a different story here too.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so cold. All they got to do is bring back the good old methods. Just come out there with where the protesters are in the dead of night and just shoot them with the fucking hose. Yeah. Soak the motherfuckers in this. You know, sometimes I don't even know what the temperature is there. It might be zero. It might be.
It's actually about 18 degrees is the low for tonight in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Soak them. Just fucking pull out the fucking hose, drench them, and call it a night.
Their whistles out with their signs as well. This is at least the second hotel they have been to in the downtown.
Dude, okay, they don't know. They don't fucking know. They're just going to every hotel and disrupting every single guest. And
no.
I know it's not doing anything.
I know what's happening. They're looking at Reddit, and Reddit is just sending them to different random locations.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
That's how I bet.
Let's get on Reddit and make more.
They're at the 7-Eleven on Valencia. Go.
Okay, we don't need any more scene. Let's get to the main meat and potatoes of this. The actual video. Let me find it here. I had it a second ago. Where'd it go? Here we go.
Oh shit! Yeah, they should just take water and fucking spray them, man.
Yep.
You don't even have to.
Let's see. That's what's bad about this. They're out there in this cold weather. The protesters usually hibernate for the winter. Summer could be worse than 2020. That's
true. As a matter of fact,
okay.
We talked about this last night too. Look out for this summer because this summer has the potential to be very, very bad. Talking about Summer of Love 2.0 because guess what else is happening this summer as well? The World Cup. It's supposed to be happening this summer in a lot of cities here in the U.S. So if this whole ICE thing continues, which it will, expect the leftists to essentially go out into the streets, cause mass riots, mass violence, because they would love nothing more to cancel World Cup games just so they can point the finger at Trump and ICE.
Yeah, this is how 100%. You know it's paid. Like,
and the thing
there's no way that non-paid people are going
one at a time.
My prediction for 2026 was the fact that I thought the summer was going to be bad. I did not expect it to happen in the second week of January, where this started all up.
Mm-hmm. All right, bets.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's how you know they're paid. Like, there's no way that people are going out there for free in this cold weather.
No. Oh, I've got multiple clips that we're going to go over tonight of women this is my job. I'm getting paid right now. While harassing Laura Ingram, another girl was just naive and just said, yeah, I had a job, but it was causing me so much anxiety. So now I get to do this and I feel like I'm making a difference and I'm getting paid.
Oops.
Whoa.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Well, and that's why, if you hire people not based on DEI standards, you get a much better employee base. Mm-hmm. Now the hired protesters are finding out. All right. So here's the real thing from the cop's perspective, which pretty much tells the entire story. Okay. This is my biggest fucking problem. That dog, what the fuck? Why, with all that noise, they're all using whistles and noisemakers and screaming. The left thinks they're the ones that, care about everything and care about even animals. This fucking dog is miserable. I hope this dog gets adopted to an ICE agent that'll just fucking love him for the rest of his short life.
Train him as a police dog, and then as a nice dog.
Look how miserable this poor fucking thing looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came out like yesterday. I was like, I don't want to see anybody die, this, that. I watched this. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't really care. I know what happened now.
Yep. It just keeps getting
worse. I'm not gonna go out and meme the shit out of the girl, but I am gonna say this was a decision she made. And this was not this animal's decision to be in this situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like whatever you do what you want, but I'm just like, man, if somebody steals my wallet and then protects the person that stole my wallet, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you with a passion. And making fun of you is the least I could do.
Remember, guys, she's scared.
Yeah, look how scared she is right now. That's the look. That's that look of somebody making a TikTok video where they're like
excited,
spouting off, just spouting off how much they hate white people, how much they hate Trump, how happy they are that Charlie Kirk was murdered.
That's not the same woman from all the CNN photos that they were been showing. That those lovely, beautiful photos that were taken like 15 years ago.
Years ago.
It's also the same look that of all the TikToks that came out after the shooting.
Yeah.
Yes, we all hope that I hope the dog's okay. That's all I can say.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change.
And they always say, show your face.
It is Minnesota. It is cold, so they're just trying to keep warm. So at this point, the masks can't even argue about.
They play dumb when they say, well, why shouldn't every single ICE agent show their face and we know exactly who they are, where they live, where their kids go to school, everything else? Why should we have that information? You know why. There is no two sides of the fucking violence coin. There's only one side. All of this shit is one direction only. And we've been playing fucking defense for way too fucking long.
Yeah. And another thing here too, and I'll be the one to bring this up because not many people have. I mean, now that we know for certain that this woman was in fact the L in the LGBTQ, and then her dumbass wife was the one that instigated and got her killed, we should also be talking about the growing rapid violence from that community as well. Because I know we've been focusing a lot on the T of the LGBTQ as far as violence goes. But as you can see here, the L are doing their job to add to those statistics as well. So it also seems like that people with the rainbow flags and the trans flags are becoming an increasingly more dangerous threat as time goes on here, dispelling this narrative that they're always the innocent victims in every single societal situation.
Right. No, you're 100% right. The myth of all of the gays are just completely peaceful, docile, and timid. That's bullshit. That has been bullshit for fucking ever. I have gay friends. They're not fucking pleasant people all of the fucking time. Some of them are very aggressive, violent, and well,
I've only been sexually harassed by gay men.
I feel like that's probably arguably the most successful psyop in the last 50 years is the whole LGBTQ movement.
Right. That they are just such peaceful little fucking fawns that just do no wrong ever. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking
and then you see photos of like,
just look at the domestic dispute domestic violence rates. Is it male and female heterosexual couples at number one, or is it female couples, lesbian? Yeah. It's female by a lot.
So they have a violence problem. We know that the trans have a violence problem. Then we're all sitting watching these photos of like two guys shirtless in a hospital with a newborn baby that doesn't belong to them, and you're supposed to accept that it's totally normal. There's nothing wrong with that going on here. So you're starting to see the reality of what's actually been happening in our faces for the last few years, and I'm kind of glad that people are finally starting to be like, okay, all of this sounds like it's just complete bullshit, because it is.
Yeah. Somebody having some mic problems?
Oh, you hearing clicking? That was
yeah.
I'm sorry, that's me. It's my thumb.
Oh, okay. You hold the baby?
No, I just I'm playing with the mic. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking You want to come at us? You want to come at us?
You want to come at us? You want like? Oh yeah, they were just there trying to get their kids home get home to their kids, right?
Like I said, this video is absolutely perfect because out of all the things that we've seen, the only thing we didn't see was this angle, which shows that they were the complete instigators of this whole situation. In no way, shape, or form were they the victims in this story.
Praying for the dog. Yeah, we're all so more concerned for the dog than anything else. Prof, her wife committed violence against her child. Yeah, I've heard that. I just want to get that verified before we go into it too much. You know,
we need her cell phone recording.
Yeah,
they do. She needs to be arrested, and we'll find out why here in just a second. She needs to be fucking arrested and everything confiscated and go from there.
Have some lunch, big boy. Go ahead. Out the car.
Go have some. God damn it. Have any of you guys ever had a negative interaction with one of these very masculine, fellas? That's what we used to call the really butch ones, the lesbians that were just hyper aggressive, really like the fellas.
The really butch ones only have like 3 body types. They look like Soulja Boy and like some like early 2000s like hip hop rapper. They look like Shane Gillis, or they look like a linebacker for the New York Giants. Like those are the only 3 actors that they have.
But
it's like we have
my God, they are all so aggressive for no fucking reason. And it's just like
these years we've gotten like new dykes, because I feel like old dykes used to make like an effort to look like men. Now they just look like boys. All of them. Every single one of them.
That's yeah, if we're going to talk about the problem with the LGBT and specifically the ones that try to look like the opposite sex that they are, they always go with kids. Like the women dress like 14-year-old Hispanic boys and the men dress like, teenage sluts. Even if they're like 47.
Yeah.
They're like getting all their clothes from Hot Topic all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's very disturbing. And guess what? It's not normal. There was a time I liked the regular gays and lesbians. There's still some out there that are just perfectly pleasant, but my God.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
It was already stated before he had moved back when he was over on the other side. The officer had already made the command of get out of the car.
No, so, you can see it like right before that part. They hear them. They hear the cops saying get out of the car, which is why she turns around. Like if you go back a few seconds earlier, you can see that when she's talking shit to the other cop, you can hear the cops behind her saying get out of the car, and they both turn around and look at the other cops.
Yeah, we're gonna go back here real quick. Fucking, I got to deal with Professor's bullshit. Iron is 47. He likes regular gays. Noted. One, I'm not fucking 47.
It's 46, damn it.
Not even that yet. Not yet. I was born in 81. Do the fucking math. Prof, same as you, asshole. He likes regular gays. Yes, there are a lot of regular based, just fucking doing their life fucking gay people that aren't fucking anything up. And they're more mad at the crazy gays than even us. So that's
that may be true.
Tell me what. Scott Pressler's a fucking champ. We probably wouldn't be where we are right now if it weren't for Scott Pressler.
And I'll just say this, not even shitting on Scott Pressler or anything like that. That may be true, but I think especially now you're going to see it more and more as time goes on. The people like Scott may be more of the exception to the rule than the standard.
Well, they already are. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Do you like to drink with them? I've gotten drunk with some gays before that were cool.
Well, I mean, you drank with Professor Savage Dad, right?
Right. That's exactly right.
You know, there was an MSK joke that was just right there, and you guys just completely over.
Fuck!
Yeah. Dang it!
Okay, so we'll go back to about right here. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. So, like I said, you'll hear the officer say, "Get out of the car," and they both turn around.
Should I slow it down? Maybe I'll slow it down.
I don't think you have to slow it down, but you can just go back and play it at that point.
Gotcha.
Out of the car.
Yep, it was right there. Get out of the car.
Yep.
Get out of the fucking car.
Get out of the fucking car. And we all saw it from the original video. The cop is actually in the sidearm of the vehicle. So he's there. He's trying to get her out. She's being detained at that point.
Yep. And then she went and is now trying to open the door.
Get out of the
That's what's important. That's what we want to hear right there.
Yeah, the wife was going to
wheels
the car and then realized, well, we don't have time. She's going to get pulled out and was like, just go.
So cop gave an order. They were being detained. Waifu fella here says, go baby, go. Ignore the order and leave.
Get out of the car.
Drive. That's what it was. Drive, baby, drive.
Drive, baby, drive. Yep.
Because they're having
drive,
fun
baby, drive.
This is fun.
They're doing pop.
Yeah. The point is, she was given the woman that's no longer here. Renee was given an order, and her spouse told her to ignore that order and to flee, to break the law, which I think we know, telling somebody to do something illegal is a crime.
Yep. Guys, it's not illegal to try to run for the cops. It's like, actually, yeah, it is.
Totally
it
is. Totally 100% is.
You could just take their guns. They're totally cool with that, guys. Just take their guns.
Right. In fact, telling someone to just run, leave. Yeah.
No, guys, if the cops pull you over, just drive away. They can't stop you.
No, I clearly no. You guys are all wrong. I clearly heard the driver say, "Hands up, don't shoot."
I think she also said she can't breathe.
Wait, she can't breathe? Oh shit! Looks like we got a late edition.
Sorry, I was laughing so hard at some of the. Yeah, I was laughing so hard at some of these memes of this woman that I couldn't breathe, so I had to wait.
You live, you lear.
Right. You're right. What is it? Love, laugh, leer.
Thing is you can hear the car impact into him.
Yeah, he's so right here. Yeah, you know, it's like the impact, then the gunshots.
You know what?
And in addition to that, when the car is right in front, you can hear the wheels spin. Where Crowder, I didn't watch the video, but Crowder demonstrated it. I saw a little bit of the clip where he put himself right at that vehicle, and they're all saying, "Well, the wheels were turned. She was turning away." Crowder stood in front of the vehicle at roughly the exact same spot. You cannot see where the tires were pointing. Then on top of that, you hear the spinning of the tires and the revving of the engine.
Okay. Arza, I'm going to ask you and Prof. I don't know if this shit's true yet. I've seen it on here, but I haven't seen any proof.
So far, I've seen that two of her two oldest children she does not have custody of. They're from another marriage. The father has custody. How fucked do you have to be? Every man should know. Maybe not every man should know, but any father should at least be vaguely aware. Anything goes down, short of, I don't know, her committing murder in front of a cop, you don't lose custody of those children. I've only ever seen it happen once with my brother-in-law, and that's because his ex assaulted his mother, and in assaulting his mother, injured one of the children in front of a female cop. That is the only reason he has primary custody today.
Yeah, if you're a woman,
I've heard, but I again verify. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you're a woman, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to point this out. Yes, the allegations are the wife. So let's go back. That would be where is she?
The dude.
Like it's hearsay right now. Like I wouldn't doubt if it's true. It's just
this
hearsay.
one.
It's going to be hard to find it right now, guys, because it's going to be suppressed.
Yeah, the rumor, we'll call it an online rumor right now because I can't verify it, is that she was putting out cigarettes on the other kids that she doesn't have custody of. I don't know if that's true, so I'm not gonna run with that.
Yeah, like there's already enough. Like she's already terrible enough. People who don't need to like say things that are potentially fake. Like
no,
until it's verified.
Yeah, I can't stand that unless I know 100% true. Then there's enough not to like right now.
Yeah, and it's just like talk about the tires being turned or whatever. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. No. He was still authorized to use deadly force in that situation. Every like competent cop would tell you so. Also Angry Cops, great channel. He did a great breakdown on it.
Yes, he did. That guy. Yeah, and another thing here too is, like I said, if you're a woman and you lose full custody of your children, you have to have done something fucked up in order to lose in the court of law.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. But I'm not going to go and state it as fact that anybody was like putting cigarettes out on kids unless I see a report.
God damn it. Well, I said reportedly. Yeah, you said that after you already said you heard about this, guys, right? So it's just like, stop being like, well, allegedly. I said I
no, all you have to do is be like, allegedly.
Yeah, ours is
allegedly, but probably.
Colin Rugg reported on some of this from her brother-in-law, stating that Good has two other children from previous relationships who are in custody of their father, according to Joseph Macklin, brother of Tim Macklin, who passed away. This is the brother of the last husband that passed away. So that's what Colin Rugged reported on X. So we at least have someone out there who's put this out that, you know, you can say that this person is reporting. Colin Rugged does do
a little more verifiable. Yeah.
Right.
So that is a bit more like, yeah, she doesn't like. So again, you have to fuck up pretty miserably to lose custody.
You do.
As a woman.
It definitely does seem true that she didn't have custody of the children, because we just keep hearing about the one from the other father that's been passed away, right?
That's
by design.
Yeah. Sure. Allegedly,
shit, we can find out that this bitch put out cigarettes on the kids, and that they offed the other two husbands. Who knows? But until we get a full fucking report, I'm not going to state that as true.
Yeah.
I will state it as being
it is. It's just things involving kid that always, you know, there's enough not to like without fucking throwing anything. Like,
I'm
that's
just saying,
so
sources say.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because I know what'll happen. They'll as soon as if evidence comes out that didn't happen, you're just gonna never hear the end of it, and it's just gonna be something that's it's still kind of irrelevant but just annoying, and I just don't want to deal with that.
Yes, because the left, they will disregard everything and just be like, hey, they lied on this poor lesbian and said that she put cigarettes on a kid. That wasn't true. They'll do that.
She would. Just from looking at her, I could tell.
Yeah, just
I agree with you. It is a very strong possibility, but until then, I'm not going to fucking hitch on it. You know,
I mean,
there's enough like.
We here at the Ironcast cannot legally say that this lesbian woman tortured a couple of children. However, there is a strong probability that it probably did happen.
It's like Kyle Rittenhouse.
Dude.
Violence.
Dude, just the fact that they left their kids to go do this bullshit makes them completely terrible parents anyway.
Custody of nothing.
They could have done nothing but right up until this point. No cigarette burns, let's say all of that's just bullshit. And they were actually doing a great job. But the fact that they left their kids to go put themselves in this situation makes them terrible parents fucking anyway.
They're pieces of shit.
Yeah, like Kyle Rittenhouse. Like if the people he shot and killed, I would like, hey, don't make any claims. It still ended up that they were like fucking.
I know,
fucking bad people,
pedos.
The one guy he shot was a chomo that got let out in Maricopa County for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
They never talk about him crossing state lines.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's the other. Funny you mentioned state lines. They cross state lines to specifically come here for this event. Yeah.
This is, I mean, Prof, you keep on saying like, you know, there's no reasoning with them. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like they just like, hey, whatever the buzzword is, cross state lines, legal observer, blah, 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 you know, just fucking spout it out. It's like, what? How do you deal with these people recently?
You don't, dude, because it isn't even that that a line has been crossed here, especially by people like Jimmy Kimmel. They've crossed the Rubicon entirely. There isn't returning back. Like if you've got people who still hold to the idea after watching this version of the video, they excise them from your life. And we've said this consistently, but you need to not be around people who see this video and are still like, well, he shouldn't have shot her. It's like, well, she tried to kill him. It's very, you see that she literally ran him over. You saw what happened. If you still hold true to there is no saving you. There's no recovery. There's no coming back. And seeing the post that the official Democrats fucking account made from this video, there is no going back to like Democrats. They're not. They're communists. Democrats are something else. Democrats
they are. Yeah.
There is no there's no Democrat Party.
I think the Democrat Party always was a a segue, like a sleeper cell for the communists. Just
I mean, it's pretty simple. If you're a political party, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, because it's not like the Democrats are the only party in the world that has these beliefs. But if you fundamentally stand with essentially revolutionizing and tearing down everything that your country was founded upon and stand for, you are a radical party. You're trying to fundamentally change everything that is the whatever founding fathers of your nation originally envisioned, because you want to build some socialist communist utopia you've created in your head that you think can actually work and actually exist.
Yeah, they will rape, murder, pillage, steal anything they have to get ahead. With it.
Real quick, ours is taking off, man. Arza, I would have sent you a link, dude. But have a good night, man. You bought a game lot, so you'll be busy tonight.
He bought.
I'm sure that's that sounds like fun. Nah, have a good night, man. Good having you here. No,
later,
this is what's surprising. You guys are judging by the way this man looks. Let's listen to what he says.
If you're interested in politics and you're on the right wing, I need you to listen to me very carefully. Stop trying to debate these people. They don't want to debate. They've shown you what they want to do to you. We have innocent people sitting in prison right now, and they don't give a shit. They just destroy your life and move on. So here's what I advocate. Do every single thing you possibly can to destroy their fucking life legally without physically hurting them.
Yeah.
Because they are insane. There is no debating with them. They wanted you to think that a man is a woman, otherwise you get sent to a re-education camp. What about that makes you think that you can reason with these people? Trust me, I tried for a long time. And I'm pretty sharp, not to pull my own strings or anything, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You can have all the right arguments. You can have the greatest epistemology there ever was. You can have solid ground on your arguments. They don't give a shit. They're not here to argue. They're not here to learn. They're here to ruin your life.
Yep.
So hit them back in that way.
I will say, dude, the tats. Come on, man.
Absolutely.
Well, no, here's the thing, man. And I'm glad you brought that up. This is not, it's not a Democrat versus conservative issue anymore, because most of us on what's now considered the right or even the alt-right or anything else, right this, right that, are fucking conservatives. We're very diverse. I mean, goddamn, most of Trump's administration right now is former Democrats, including Trump himself.
Mm-hmm. No, true. No,
there are varying degrees, and most of us disagree with each other at least on one or two topics, but we can fucking talk it out and find some common ground, or just fucking,
not to sound like left
about it,
but it is collectivism versus individualism. It is.
That's right.
It is literally fascism versus freedom.
Right.
It is.
They are the fascists. They are the collective. They are the hive mind versus everybody that's fucking not.
Every form of communism that is that's still alive in some sort of country today relies on tenets of fascism.
Phone call, man. Join if you got the link, bud.
Maintain power. All of them.
Yeah.
Like, look at China. China isn't even like Stalinist Russia necessarily. It's more like a Nazi mercantile system. That's how they have businesses. It's like China's run more like Nazi Germany than it was than Stalin's Russia. Then hell, even Mao's China in the day. They turned into Nazis. It is how they maintain power, but it is also how they've managed to actually, manufacture, how they've built, even though most of the stuff they make is dog shit and doesn't work. At the end of the day,
many such cases.
Yeah, it's why they still haven't landed on the moon like a person, even though we did that in the fucking 60s, 70s. If we did,
I was about to say.
Arguments to be made, but you know what? China couldn't even fake it as good as we did. So still,
yeah, and that was using 60s technology to fake it.
Yeah, they could just do an AI video today, but you know what? We'd watch it and it would still look like dog shit. Be a fucking one of those fucking arm turning cats up there or some shit. Like it'd be complete trash.
Devastator. Devastator. Holy fuck. Communists are homosexuals and they'll try to suck your dick.
Well, so will Professor Stavish Dad, but you know, that's another thing.
Says the French man in a turtleneck over there.
Oh man.
On my French outfit. Fuck you.
I want to play this real quick because this is kind of related to what we've been talking about here. It's the response from the useful idiots, and I got a couple of useful idiots clips here. So this is actually from last night. The Minnesota Timberwolves, the NBA franchise, played a game at home last night. They decided that they were going to do a moment of silence for this deranged woman who got herself shot by ICE because, you know, why not, right? So they did a moment of silence for this woman, and then you can hear other people in the crowd basically saying, go home ICE and F ICE and all this stuff. So this is from last night.
They don't even know how to do a moment of silence.
No, not at all. Listen.
Our hearts are with our community as we hope for healing and unity during this challenging time. Please join us in a moment of silence.
Voice.
Cool voice changer, dude.
Yeah, seriously, that fucking voice is disturbing. All the white people in a basketball.
You know what the most annoying thing that I ever see is posted when somebody says rest in power. I'm like,
oh God,
that is. I mean, besides how cringy, I'm like, why would anyone rest in power? Think about what that means. Like,
not to mention, 9 times out of 10, the person that they're describing is probably in hell, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, but the thing is, it's like, I mean, that's the whole thing about Lord of the Rings. Power corrupts. Absolutely, right? So it's just like, why would you be dead and then hold on to power? Like, you know, something so corrupting. Yeah. You know, just in peace, dude, in peace.
Well,
like, stop.
I'm glad that's what communists believe, though. They look to retain power after death. That's why they build the oligarchies that they do. Communists are all about maintaining power even after death. They're pagans.
Yeah.
So on top of that, this was earlier today. This is Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, who's been a notorious liberal idiot for basically his entire career. So
you can tell because he looks like a lesbian.
Yeah, right. So, and then of course he's the head basketball coach of a team based in San Francisco. So it's almost like it's too on the nose, right? But he made a comment today before the game that they played tonight about the situation, and this just goes to show you how far the left are willing to lie about this entire situation. The video that we just played has been released now for several hours. This is what he said effectively 2 or 3 hours ago regarding this.
Well, I'm glad that the Timberwolves, recognized, her life and the tragic nature of her death, and it's shameful, really, that in our country we can have law enforcement officers who commit murder and seemingly get away with it. It's shameful that the government can come out and lie about what happened when there's video and witnesses who have all come out and disputed what the government is saying. So very demoralizing, devastating to lose, anyone's life, especially in that matter. So it's terribly sad for her family and for her and for that city. And I'm glad the Timberwolves came out and
So he's basically straight up said that, no, Trump and ICE are lying about what happened, and we know because we saw the video. Yeah, dumbass, we saw the video. The video proves you guys have been lying for the last 3 days. And he said this 2 hours ago.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what a great punishment for people, you know what, talking about people who come out and overtly lie to the public to foment hatred, like this jackoff or Jimmy Kimmel, you know what should happen to them? You know what's I know we were talking about maybe they should go to jail or other things. Like, yes, they should. And you know what should be done to them while they're in jail? They should have their eyelids taped open, Clockwork Orange style, and be made to watch the video, much like the Kardashians, until they can find the right answer.
Yeah. But
so
this just goes to show you.
Ran over the police officer.
It does not matter what evidence you present. They are committed to the lie because these people, their default reaction is that they are fully committed to anti-Trump everything. And that's all that matters to them right now, is that they have to oppose Trump on every single thing. So they can't come out and say that, hey, we were misled, or hey, maybe we misunderstood. They can't say that. They have to continue with the lie that this woman was murdered unjustly and that the Trump administration is covering up because Trump bad. So like I said, you can't reason with these people. There is no reasoning. There's no argument you can have with these people. These people are gone, and the overwhelming majority of them are never going to come back. That's the reality of where we're at right now.
Yep. So on that note, society, I had a great idea. If I think I really want Trump to come out as communist.
It's trying to like Jedi mind trick them away from communism.
Yeah, no. I just think they explode. I just think they all jump off a bridge at that point, and it's all over. They just don't. They can't.
One of the very best jokes I've heard about that situation is this. I do a very bad Trump impression, so excuse me, but it's everyone keeps saying that I'm not their president, so I went and got him another president, and I said, "Is this your president?" And now they fucking hate me even more. I love that joke so much.
That's pretty good.
It's like, look, we all kind of knew this with the whole Charlie Kirk situation several months ago. I don't think anyone's particularly shocked by their demeanor at this point, but this is just kind of a reaffirming that, like, there is no peaceful resolution to this issue here. Like, it's just not. They're not interested in a peaceful resolution. They hate you. They want you dead, and they absolutely believe, despite all evidence, that you are the enemy that needs to be taken out at all costs. And when a person accepts that as their reality, then there's really nothing more that you can do at that point outside of protect yourself and protect others from them. And that's kind of the line in the sand that we've drawn in ourselves as a result of this. And this was actually my tweet from yesterday, what I found very humorous, because we kind of forget that all of this happened in the course of 8 days into the new year, where we're technically on day number 10 of January. And in the course of all of this happening, these leftists who are deranged, who default reaction to everything is Trump bad, has ended up having to defend Venezuelan dictators, Somali scammers, Iran, and vehicular manslaughter all in the same week.
Yeah, the Iran Islamic regime is about
this isn't things that they have defended in the course of 6 or 7 months. This is all in 8 days.
Oh, dude, I know.
Yeah, just within barely over a week, right?
It was just a week ago. It was just a week ago. They were complaining about taking the dictator in Venezuela just a week ago.
Yeah. I mean, ICE is going to kill another person. I mean, it's going to happen with how they're acting and them not stopping their job.
Or, I mean, we already had one. They killed a fucking human trafficker.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, another protester,
Or
right.
Or one of these,
what they were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or one of these lunatics kills an ICE officer, and then the left is gonna be celebrating. It's like, that's what you guys get because you killed the other woman, and then it's gonna get inflamed even further. So there's going to be another incident that's gonna pour gas into this fire. This isn't gonna go down.
Not to Tim Pool here, but
do it.
Can we officially say civil war? Like this is civil war, right?
I've been saying it forever. We're already in one. We're already, dude.
I feel like there was some room to debate, but I'm like, this is clear cut. I mean, we got Walt saying this is war. We got
when Trump was the assassination attempts on Trump. I already knew. Okay, we're in a hot civil war. Charlie Kirk, I figured that would just solidify it. We should know by now.
I mean, the Charlie Kirk one, I think, opened a lot of people's eyes to the way that they were gleefully celebrating his murder.
Yes.
That kind of opened people's eyes to, they actually do want us to die. And there's no coming back from that at that point. So when that happened, it was like, okay, so this is just what it is now.
Yeah.
The problem with the Civil War situation is that this is where it gets tricky. So if Trump declares insurrection, the Insurrection Act, what we end up with is the Democrat leaders have to take up arms against him. You can't go around barking, he's Hitler, he's Hitler, he's Hitler, and then just shrug off martial law. You can't do that. They'll be hunted down by their own people, purge style. They know that this is the Kobayashi Maru. And so the other end of that double-edged sword is that it's more like sword chucks. You know, you're going to get hit. So the situation with that is that Russia and China sit on the Security Council. If the United States falls into civil war, guess who's got PLA soldiers up their ass for the next 6 to 10 years?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already tugging their ways in our country, anyways.
Oh, give me a second. Dog's crying. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Wait for the lull and then go.
That's what happens where a lot of guys kind of get ginned up on the idea of like, yeah, we're gonna get those leftists. Well, it sounds fine and dandy to hop on your Toyota with the anti-aircraft gun welded to the back of it, but the problem is that a lot of our allies are never have been our allies whatsoever. We've been a too powerful marketplace for them to resist. And that's why they play fair with us, because they like the greenbacks, you see. And so
and we got way more powerful now with Venezuela. I mean, but the thing is, it's like the U.S. military can technically, like right now, as it is right now, the military can handle it, right? Like the thing is that the left's power right now is the fact that law is not being enforced, right? In just any way, shape, or form. If it starts being enforced, I think we're going to start getting people to settle down. Like, it's really just going to be that. Civil war in the aspect of like two sides and two massive armies going at each other. It's not going to be like that.
Paid protesters don't believe they're gonna. Well, I don't know. I honestly think that that lesbian had an idea that either her wife was going to be injured at the minimum, but potentially killed. Like, she was filming it. It was set up for the gram. Like, it was.
She did not think she was going to get killed. Like, at all.
I don't know.
No, they thought they were going to just get away scot free.
I think she thought she was going to get injured. She was filming it like she was. It looks set up, dude.
These people, it was set up for like an arrest or something like that, or something. They
were looking for
that they won't have any consequence.
I don't think she was expecting to get killed. I think they were expecting a viral moment where they can frame themselves as the heroes against the big bad ICE, and it didn't plan out the way that they intended it to.
You have to understand. And maybe I'm trying to think like a rational person here, but you would have to understand that there is a chance you are injured in a scenario like that. If
you're thinking like a rational person. These are not rational people.
Yeah,
and this is what I'm saying. All you had to do is start just really enforcing the law, and then like right now, that's why they're kicking and screaming so much right now. Because they're like, no, you can't enforce the law. You can't enforce the law. You can't do this. And then once if you're like, well, you can kick and scream all you want, I'm still gonna do it. Eventually, you're gonna be like, oh shit. All right, fine. Like, it's just like with kids, man. Like they'll have a really harsh reaction once you tell them no, but then if you keep doing it, eventually they're just like, okay, there's no winning this.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is that if you talk to these people who are actually like in this, and you don't tip off that you're against them, you just kind of let them rattle off what they're all about. The Karens aren't really into it for the fight. Obviously, they'll eventually understand that no means no. But you have so many anarchists now, just ridiculous bleach drinking Tide Pod champion anarchists running around that they'll sustain regular skirmishes for 5 to 10 years. They will absolutely engage in insurgency activities, blow up power stations, all of that for 5 to 10 years. They have no reason not to.
Some, but most of those people, they're
not
all
by the
fucking
millions.
talk.
You're right.
No. I'm not even talking about the millions. It was just whatever the size of the group is. most of that group is just all talk. They're all talking, and as soon as they realize that the consequences are happening, they'll be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be hanging out with these guys. But they think they're invincible right now, and that's really it.
That's
yeah. Like I said, everything that's happened in this nation over the last decade and a half now, they're not used to suffering any consequences for their actions, and whenever they do get consequences, they view that as fascism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Accountability, dude. They can't handle it. They're spoiled children. They've been destroying people's lives over like things that weren't even true for so long. They don't know how to handle not killing people.
Because they were never the target of cancel culture. They were never the target of all of these Istanphobe allegations that have destroyed other people's lives. For so many years, they were expecting essentially all the weapons that they were using to only affect their political opponents. So now that this stuff is starting to blow up in their face now, they can't handle it. They scream fascism and pretend like they're the victims in the scenario.
Yeah, I got the perfect example. So when I was in the Marine Corps years ago, we used to party in DC all the time, and it was me and a couple other guys who were also above 6
Did
foot.
it get gay?
Yeah, sure, Vaughn.
No, it's not the Navy.
Yeah, exactly. Second gayest branch. Thank you very much. We're all big dudes, and you go into DC, and it's all just a bunch of like rich parents' kids, right? And they would always start shit, just try to get in your face, and then you just kind of like laugh at them, like, "Are you serious?" And then they would just like literally go up in your face, and then you step towards them, and they fucking run. I literally seen them run behind bouncers, and then the bouncers being like, "I'm not gonna fucking protect you." Yeah, it's just like these people. They are so used to being like just loud chihuahuas, and then people being like, well, I don't want a confrontation, and then them getting their way. But the second that somebody is like, no, I'll put you in your place, they fucking run.
Yeah.
Yep. I think, like I said, social media has diluted a lot of people's perception. And this is funny because these are the same people who will tell you to touch grass, but ironically enough, they're the ones who have lost all concept and grasp of reality. Because, you know, there's something to say about someone who hasn't been punched in the face before or has never actually been in a fight before. Getting punched in the face at a young age teaches you very quickly that there is, in fact, consequences to your actions. And if you don't learn that at an early age, you kind of go throughout life in that mindset of entitlement of, oh, I can just do whatever I want and then no one can do anything to me. No one's allowed to do anything to me. And that's what raises a lot of these psychotic individuals.
Yeah, they don't touch grass; they smoke it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh man, I think I heard that joke from my dad once. If I had one,
He'll come back from getting cigarettes any day now. Iron, come on.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. So here's what's going on right now.
Why are you letting your city get like this?
Isn't that the
This
chief?
is the fault of the police. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
This is their fault.
That dude's a fucking cock, dude.
Yeah, this guy, he always wears that fucking leather jacket. Like
I'm on your side, guys. I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm one of the good ones.
Fucking arrest that dude.
Right.
Yo,
oh my God, they don't understand.
Bay again, dude.
What infuriates me the most is I'm watching what's going on in Iran right now.
Oh my
and
God.
The people finally fucking standing up to the oppressive Islamic communist regime. Yeah.
The fucking headline about the United Arab, whatever the fuck it's called, Islamists saying that they are not letting their kids go to school in the UK because they're making them too extreme.
Everyone's just like, yeah, we have no argument against that. Like, yeah, you probably don't. The UK is gone. That is a fault. That is no longer a member of the Western world.
Dude, no. That old fucking guy that is like the number one predictor of military conflicts. He predicted Gulf War 1, 2, I think even like he predicted Vietnam. He's old as fuck, but right now what he is predicting is a war between the United States and a good chunk of Europe that is now Islamic states. He said that is likely to happen by 2030.
It's no longer the Middle East.
They don't. Yeah, the reason why they don't want they want the West because they want world domination, but they specifically chose certain areas of Europe because, just like JD Vance said, they will have nuclear capability.
Yep, it's the only way they could get it. And the communists in the UK are giving it to them.
They are. And
basically everywhere where like the old Roman Empire is essentially overrun by Muslims. So you look at UK, France, Ireland, all of these Western Roman European nations, they're all overrun by Islam right now.
They are 100%. And the fact that we're not taking that as a serious threat is a fucking joke. That makes no sense. Like,
it's not that we're not taking it as a threat, it's that we still have stupid people like the one we're talking about here under this delusion that, oh no, Islam, they're the victims.
Yeah. Well, most people that practice Islam are a little bit browner, so they're automatically the more victim, right?
That's the main. That's literally that's the only consistent reason I could think of. It was the exact same belief system, but it was all white people.
Who wins this?
Would not.
The minute Mandami took over New York, he removed protections that prevented protesters from screaming at like certain Jewish sites, like where they would go, churches and whatever. He lifted that. They were there the next day and they're screaming, "We're happy for October 7th."
What I don't want to
in New York City.
What do the communists think they get from this? Because Islam is not. I'm
sorry,
is not compatible with progressivism.
Well, so that's okay. That's why I wanted to bring up Iran, because Iran, it was the red green alliance. Okay, it was the commie stupid college students that were fucking brainwashed, that had no idea how good they had it, started cheering on the Ayatollah and all that bullshit, only to get murdered shortly after. They helped him get power and they were killed. That classic picture of the two college girls that could look like two fucking retarded college girls in 2025 holding up a picture of him and cheering. One of them was fucking beheaded. The other had to go into hiding in Europe. Yeah. And the one that went into hiding is still spouting communist bullshit.
They don't learn.
Yeah, they're retarded. This is what happens.
Has learned nothing
in asylums. Most of these people out on the street protesting tonight should be in an asylum somewhere. They are mentally ill. That woman who died was mentally ill.
This is why we can't, like I showed that video of the tattooed guy who made a great point. He was spot on, but maybe not spot on enough. We cannot show these people any fucking, we can't reason, bargain, or negotiate with them whatsoever. Communists and Islamists are not, all they're doing is weaseling in and buying time. They're never negotiable. There's no talking them down. It has to be fucking removed. Society, I see you dying to chime in. Go for it.
As someone who has done a lot of deep dives into Islam and how Islam became a religion, what they actually teach, how it spread and whatnot, it is very much a religion that feeds on the stupidity and ignorance on people. And it's no surprise that it's primarily leftists now, not just in this country, but in many other countries all around the world, who are the ones rallying themselves and quite literally dying on the hill to protect the religion of Islam. And I will say this, I watched a video last night on Comic Division show, this very, very stupid feminist white woman who apparently recently converted to Islam, who's now trying to go after the Muslims because their religion isn't as progressive as she would like it. And this woman, this woman lives somewhere in like Chicago or New York or some Western city, because if she was actually in Saudi Arabia talking the way that she's talked to the Islamic people, they would literally beat her to death. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not even a joke.
That is the funny thing. Like, if we get enough white women into Islam,
do you have that video?
Destroys it.
Hold on. Do you have that video? I'm looking for it because I was going to bring that up, actually.
Yeah, it'll take me a couple minutes to find it, but I can look for it.
I'm looking for it, too. Go ahead, Prof. Sorry to cut you off there, bud.
I was saying, you get enough white women into Islam, it either ruins it or a genocide happens against white women. I'm not sure which way that ends up, but I'd say we send a lot of them to Palestine and find out.
Yeah, since they love it there so much.
Jacob showed us the video of how Muslims take care of their waste that comes out of their backside, and believe it or not,
oh Lord,
it's tied to the Demolition Man 3 shells. You see, in Islam, you're allowed 3 rocks to clear the feces from your butt cheeks, and in the Demolition Man, you're only provided 3 shells to clean yourself in this fantastic sanitized future. So it makes me wonder now, was it an Islamic paradise?
I think
Taco Bell doesn't serve pork.
So this is not the woman that we were talking about, but she is just as fucking retarded. This is Tony Blair's sister who converted to Islam in the 90s, talking about how glorious October 7th was when a bunch of innocent families, children, and teenagers, young adults, and people were either murdered or went into were taken hostage. Go ahead, not vagabond. God damn it, Vaughn. These are hard.
Yeah, I mean, I just
he's gay bond.
I'm just very fucking. First of all, I think I might have shot myself in the foot by making China the main villain of World War III, but that's okay. They'll have allies. But no, I think it's the biggest problem with people just like they're never gonna see it, and people don't understand how normalized cheering on terrorism is. Like my generation, right. And this is why I'm like fighting so hard for it. They are being I watched it happen in real time, where people in classrooms, knowing I lost my dad, whatever, were literally defending 9/11, and in classes to my face. And it was like, I in hindsight, I wish I had punched them out, honestly, and instead of being nice and trying to kill them with kindness.
I agree, but
I'm very I'm not as nice anymore. Like I'm done. No. I thought better and cooler heads would prevail. They weren't nasty about it, but they were like tacitly trying to. It's amazing how people can get brainwashed and murder. Most people are NPCs. Most people are really stupid.
I found her. Here's the dumb broad right here.
Okay, we'll watch that one first. So we'll watch yours first, and then we'll watch mine.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know what this dumb broad's name is, but she's a recent convert to Islam, and she's now lecturing Muslims about how transphobic and homophobic they become, and how it's misrepresenting the Quran.
The fuck became?
Yeah, oh my God, leave it to a white bitch to tell fucking other people what they've actually
Palestine to a stoning.
This woman in Palestine in 10 minutes. Should be stoned in Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, like all those nations. Iran.
Yeah. If you are a Muslim who is transphobic and homophobic, not only are you contributing to the mass killing of LGBTQ people, you are also contributing to the Muslim genocide by giving ammunition to Zionists and other Islamophobes, violently killing Muslims around the world, and allowing them to pinkwash our genocide by saying, hey, look, all Muslims are bad people because look what they would do to you in Gaza. Look what they would.
So pause here for a second. Basically what she's literally saying here is that, hey, you Muslims that are killing gay people in Muslim countries, you're giving ammunition to the Jews to make us look bad. That's literally what she just said. like her hands and her like whole attitude, like I'm just thinking to myself, like, oh my god, like you are literally they're going to put a hit on you, whatever the Muslim word is for green lighting or hit job. Yeah, exactly. Like they're going to put one on you because you are such a dumb bitch. Like, shut up.
Do to you in Muslim countries. And y'all could argue until your faces are blue in the comments about if it's haram or not. I literally don't care. You are meant to love
my god,
people, respect,
hold on,
and show
pause. This is the white chick normal thing. Like, this is your whole point of belief in existence, but I literally don't care.
That's the thing, though.
I literally don't care. Why are you a Muslim, you stupid fucking idiot?
Again, it goes back to the cognitive dissonance they always use. It is just about what they want and what they believe. Being a Muslim, she doesn't give a shit about the religion. That'd be like, if she gave a shit about there is no religion for her.
It's a fashion.
Leftism. It's
exactly.
It's at a very bad time that I am re-listening to the audiobook of oh fuck, now I forgot the name of the audiobook. I'm spaced out. I'm tired today.
Okay, well, you pick on that for a second.
It's worse than that. It is Atlas Shrugged, and fuck.
I will say this here too.
Look that on today.
Women like this have become Christians over the last 60 years and absolutely destroyed Christianity from within. I just have a smile and a glee in my face to see that it's finally happening to Islam as well.
Kindness to people. If your version of religion has to do with being a bigot that gets people killed, not hurting anyone, just being who they are, I don't want any part of it. And keep in mind that in the Quran 2 times it says, to me my religion and to you yours, and there is no compulsion in Islam. It's literally
a white woman lecturing Muslims about what the Quran says.
Hold on.
People that are Muslim as people.
Hold the fuck on. If your religion literally tells you to be a bigot and to do this and that, and that's exactly what the religion says, is to be a bigot and subjugate all of the infidels and non-believers. They have to pay a tax, die, or be enslaved if they are not Muslim. That is literally the religion. That is the entire basis of the fucking religion.
You dumb bitch.
Wait until she finds out that it's haram.
Where is she from?
Wait until she finds out that it's haram for women to feel pleasure during sex, and that young girls have a clitorectomy in which their clitoris is carved out of them as part of their female circumcision. She's gonna love that one.
Why don't they don't talk about this at all? It's insane. It's fucking insane.
There's more.
So blatant.
I go back to my point on the asylums.
Yeah,
she belongs in one.
There's more.
It's really haram for you to impose your religion and your beliefs on other people. No one's asking you to be trans. At the same time, you are also pushing away people who are trans, who are gay, from becoming Muslim. Whether you like it or not,
I don't think Muslims want gays and trans to become Muslims.
What the fuck is she talking about?
She's stupid.
Not the trans Muslims. Please don't. Come on. I want
guys, think about how many drag queens would be Muslims right now if you guys weren't killing them.
Right. Well, because here's the thing. She's moonlighted by these fucking fake infiltrators. He's fucking like the Madami when he goes to drag queen this and that and fucking Jewish this and that. And it's all fake. It's not real. They don't care. They explicitly say, and they're pretty fucking open about it. No, we're here to fucking exploit your laws and take over.
Yeah.
Sharia law will be the one law of the world by 2030. Allah has promised this and all that fucking bullshit.
They don't know what
taking this threat seriously.
Dumb bitches like this don't understand what break the cross and kill the pigs actually means.
Nope.
It's like to them, it's just like, just say free Palestine, man. Free Palestine. Do you understand what the Muslims say when they say free Palestine? That means literally eradicate Israel. That's what it means.
Right. A free Palestine means we kill all of the Jews, take Palestine, and then the rest of the world. That's it.
Yeah.
That's fucking it. That's the whole message. Sorry, oh my God.
Like I said, this has been literally us for like the last couple of weeks. It's literally frustrating and angeringly to deal with stupid people.
There was a good 2 days of the year where I just I couldn't write, I couldn't work, and I was seeing red, and it's like I'm not even always a super political but it's like this shit is just beyond that. It's like with Islam, what amazes me is just you can't. Because, okay, so again, my dad was killed by Islamic terrorists. I'm literally not allowed to bring up in my own fucking country issues of the religion that the people that my dad had. I'm not allowed to bring up quotes from the fucking book. And this is my country.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk about my own dad's murder, honestly. It fucking infuriates me.
You are. No, fuck that. You are.
I know, I agree. I'm fucking done.
But no, the dumb white bitch number 3 over here needs to tell you about what the Quran really says.
LGBTQ Muslims who are part of our ummah, they are just as Muslim as you are. And at the end of the day, subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah. Allah is greatest, Allah knows best, and you need to humble yourself. If you are a Muslim,
you need to humble yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll send her there.
Send her to Riyadh right
now.
Bro,
this chick's awesome, dude.
Get her on the show.
Dude.
No, she's awesome, dude. I say we start.
Can we get Theo to bring her on Touch Grass?
Yeah. No, do not see this. The Theo, he will fall in love. Do not do this.
Saturday Night Live could not have invented a skit better than that.
No,
never.
No, that was
never.
I think we need to give her more power.
It was hard.
We need to give her more power, and maybe there could be another Muslim schism or something.
Yeah, let her start her own Muslim church or whatever.
Tony Blair's sister-in-law. Let's hear what this stupid guy.
After October the 7th, this October the 7th, a legendary day in the Ummah's history. Yes, we can say that people are now picking up the Quran because of the steadfastness and sabr of the people of Gaza specifically to find the beauty in the Quran.
That's evil. This is an
she should be in jail under her country's own laws for that, by the way.
That's a fucking demon right there, dude.
That is look at that fucking evil fucking
these
demon
people are
face.
actually
Jesus.
fucking demons.
Yes.
I mean, the rules don't allow me to say what I would like to say, which is why I muted myself earlier. Fuck, dude, this shit is hard to watch. I don't know what I would do confronted by a person like this in real life.
Hold on, I'm gonna take this shit off full screen for a second. By the way, anybody on the right that is saying fucking sweeping and simping for fucking Islam because they think, well, they're kind of like us, right? They kind of don't like the gays like us, right? They kind of want women to shut the fuck up, right? And fuck you.
Scare the most.
You hear that, Tucker?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anybody that fucking sympathizes or indulges Islam in any way is an enemy to the rest of the world. Islam is the number one fucking enemy, not just to the United States, not just to Europe, but the entire fucking world. And by the way, fucking Iran, keep it going. And I hope Trump intervenes. I hope that he says we're locked and loaded. They've already turned their guns on the people. Fucking blast it the fuck out. I really hope that's going to happen. I hate war, but I want that shit to fucking happen because Iran is the fucking head of the financial state of all of this bullshit.
It doesn't have to be a war, man. We can fly in like we did with the nuclear.
Right.
Bing, bing, bing. Take the government out. I mean, look.
That's the thing.
Where's the war with Venezuela right now and Iran? We keep hearing about all these wars that his intervention has caused. What fucking wars? There's nobody on the ground. Nothing happened. And they're listening to us.
When somebody wants to just use the weapons to do something, get in, get out, get the job done, things happen. It's when bureaucrats that want a fucking endless lubricating cycle of the military industrial complex. Well, let's just keep it going. We'll just complicate things here and there, fund both sides, blah, 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 blah. That's where things are, because that's all part of the plan. Trump's not going part of the plan. He's doing things the right way. And now we just saw how things can be done the right fucking way.
I want to
exactly
just real quick, because look, obviously everyone here I'm sure knows nice people that are Muslim, right? Everyone knows people that are there. No, really?
I know nice people that used to be Muslim. I know great people that used to be Muslim. I do not know, trust, or care to know anyone that is actually actively Muslim.
How would you define it, by the way?
How would I what?
How do you define it?
Define what? Muslim or former?
Yeah.
Active
Muslim.
Active Muslim. Okay. I'll define it the way a former Muslim friend of mine, very good friend, him and his wife that escaped their families that were both trying to kill them, came to the United States legally and got citizenship. He was Iraqi. I believe she was Pakistani.
Oof.
And they both said that if they ever were walking around in town and happened to see a member of their family, they would know that there were a lot of members of their family and other people there just to kill them. They would go to the trouble to do that because they said there's no such thing as a moderate Muslim. There's just a lazy, comfortable Muslim. They will look at, they watch the TV and they see October 7th. They see different action things being done in jihad and they cheer it on, but they're not going to actively participate because, you know, they got a good thing going.
See, because
that's about it.
The reason I say that is I would have to push back again because, all right, so I could
go ahead.
For example, I had a professor in college who they would talk about, and I've seen Muslims talk, some of them talk about like the fear they felt when they see a terrorist attack and they go, God, please don't let it be a Muslim, because they just don't want it. They just think it's a disgrace in there, how they see their religion. And again, from what I've read of the Quran, I'm not a fan, but I can't separate that from some of the good Muslim people that I know.
Well, here's the difference.
Okay,
I have a little bit more insight here. Here's the difference between the two types of Muslims that you're dealing with. You have the Muslims that are primarily in Western nations and the Muslims that are primarily in Muslim countries. Here's the only real difference between the two. The ones that are in Islamic countries have control of the state as well. So they essentially infuse the Quran and Islamic beliefs into the state, which is why you get a lot of nations like Iran, Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq, places like that, where you can be killed for a multitude of violations if you disagree with any point of the Prophet Muhammad. These are where we get the Sharia law and the blasphemy laws, right? Now, if you're talking about a Muslim in, let's say, the United States of America, where at the moment, at least, they don't have the numbers to, I guess, infiltrate to the state level, at least at the moment, because that is growing. We see that now in New York and a few other places as well. They don't have the power to overthrow and control things like other nations that we just talked about here. So that's the only real difference. More Muslims can be quote unquote domesticated in places like here in the United States of America, but once they start building communities and once they start growing in numbers, then you start seeing the ideologically shift. And one of the big things that I played a clip about this on my show a few weeks ago talking about this. Muslims will literally, the ones that are in like Dearborn and North Carolina and Texas, they're actively talking about the fact that their birth rates are outnumbering the Western people, that they're starting to get positions of power in government and whatnot. And when they do that, then they'll have the ability to move forward with their Islamic agenda in the nations that they're occupying. And that's why you're starting to see the UK fall apart and Germany fall apart and France fall apart, because they're growing in numbers rapidly. And when they grow in numbers, the Islamic faith also grows in numbers. And that's when it becomes more of the nation that they left. Why do you think there's so many Syrian refugees all over those nations we talked about in Europe? Where do you think they came from?
Smiling when you're the minority.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But so you think
that's the thing. I really like. I'm sure that your professor is probably a fucking a great guy.
Yeah.
And I know, and you know, I will say that there are probably plenty of fucking westernized moderate Muslims that don't think that, like, that don't want to participate in any of that shit. The problem is the majority of them, even the ones that claim to be moderate, do not.
And I'm kind of starting to see that more and more, and it's like it's frustrating.
They do want the takeover. They do want.
They just don't want to admit that they want it, or they don't want to do the.
Well, you can't trust
right.
because
Same thing
they're
with communists
teaching,
too. Like even people I thought were like nice that were I knew persons that were communists. I'll see them like kind of celebrate, and I'm like, oh.
Look,
the number one thing
the Muslim religion literally teaches like
teaches
to
that, I know.
lie, and when they're all like, oh, just that is. I don't believe in that the part of the Muslim religion, or those people don't represent us. There's a good chance they're lying to you because they know that is more persuasive to potentially let them have more access.
You also have to understand that one thing that doesn't really get talked about at all is Muslims' view of the end times and eschatology. The Muslims are very much waiting on a leader who they refer to as the Mahdi, who is going to come in the last days, who's going to bring justice to the world. Their definition of justice is literally spread Islam throughout the entire world until Islam becomes the one world religion. So a lot of these more extreme Muslims that you see, the ones that commit terrorist attacks and are more vocal about their faith, they're the ones who think that they're making way for the arrival of the Mahdi, right? They think that the Mahdi is going to come, he's going to bring justice through Islam throughout the entire world, and that one day, quote unquote, Jesus is going to come back, and that he's also going to break the cross and kill the pigs, right? And enforce Islam throughout the entire world. That's what they believe, and that's what they're actually looking forward to. A lot of people here in the West don't understand that because a lot of them really don't understand what the Quran, what the Hadiths, and what Islam truly teaches.
Yep. Little anecdote, man. So I was at an open mic with Theo several months back, probably in the summer. And a comedian that went up there and he was openly talking about how he's Muslim and all this. He was all right, but he made one joke that stuck with me. He said, I got called into my son's school because he threw a rock at a girl and hit her forehead and she had to get stitches. And how do you play this out? He said he went in there. She got the parents are all upset, all this, and I had to act like I was just appalled. I found out what happened. My son said that he liked this girl, and she said, I don't like you that way. So he picked up a rock and threw at her. And the American in me was like, that's terrible. You have to say you're sorry. But the Muslim in me was like, good boy.
Wait, he said that?
That was the joke. That was the joke.
No, it's so I know teachers around here personally, and there's a lot of Muslims where I'm at currently, and they're I knew some girls that had to get taken out of public school because they were getting hit by boys, and then the father comes in and they're like, oh no, I keep telling them he can't do that's not what we do out of home.
Father's the one encouraging it.
Yeah, because he beats his wife, and he's like, well, you can't do that to other women outside because then we're gonna get in trouble. But yeah, it's fucked. No. It's so fucked.
And we keep normalizing it to the point where like even I have felt like
there's no normalizing it. This is not a religion.
No,
this is you could call it a cult. You could death cult. You could call it a political ideology.
Put it to you this way: when you truly study what Islam is, what it teaches, what is the core tenets of Islam, and then you figure out who Allah of Islam actually is, everything else about the religion makes perfect sense.
He was a child molester, right? I mean,
No, Allah is who the Muslims believe.
Oh yeah, no,
God
sorry, I
is.
was thinking Muhammad, not Allah.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
No, the prophet is the chomo.
So here's the thing.
Allah is a demon.
Muhammad makes Genghis Khan look kind of like a pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
yeah, I mean,
nobody's gonna make my boy Genghis look like a pussy. Sorry.
Actually, he actually what's the word? He was against a lot of the things he did. Sorry, I had like a brain thing. Anyway,
a brain thing.
Muhammad kind of had a brain thing when he was inhaling smoke in the cave.
Right. Mm-hmm. Same sort of thing. I'm kind of like Muhammad. I'm the new Muhammad. Stop fucking up the rest of the world.
For the first guy.
Stop it.
Well, see, that's what happened is Muhammad went in the cave, and that's where he said he had this vision. Well, if you don't know, caves aren't notoriously well ventilated, and they tend to get cold at night. So you start a fire in there, and you get smoke inhalation. All of a sudden, an angel shows up and tells you to start raping children.
Right.
To be fair, he did not tell him to start raping children. In fact, the angel that Muhammad saw attacked him 3 times and it made him want to kill himself. So that's actually what. By the way, that's legit canon to Islam. I'm not making any of that up.
No, I'm aware.
So, hey, can we appreciate how Muslims are now like fucking co-opting things that predate Islam by like hundreds of years? Isn't that fun?
I mean, okay,
adding stuff to their book for shits and giggles.
I mean, look at that black cube in Saudi Arabia, right? That they call that's their holy site, right?
They're totally not idol.
That site existed centuries before Islam was ever created, and it was actually a worship site for Baal.
Yeah, no, that's actually true. Yeah. And also, do you know what they believe about the Jesus?
Oh, by the way, Palestine was never in the fucking Bible or the Quran, but Israel was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Palestine was actually the Philistines. Had nothing to do with Arabs whatsoever.
So the fact that Jesus dying on the cross is extremely well documented kind of like fucks them up, because to them Jesus can't have died. So they're just
Jesus
like, no,
was a Muslim.
They're like, no, they say either it was an illusion up on the cross, or his like soul left his body like first, and it just was.
God damn it!
Just the body, not actually Jesus.
Does it ever feel like we're arguing with Scientologists when it comes to Islam
or Mormons?
Oh, look at it from this perspective, right? if you are a Christian, you place your entire belief system, I should say, on the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ for the remission of your sins. That is the core tenet of the entire Christian religion. You can argue about so many other things, but that is the foundation. Islam comes along 520 years after Jesus and says, no, actually, Jesus didn't die. He's not the Son of God. He wasn't on the cross, and we only made it appear that he did. But then Allah took him away so that one day he can send them back down and tell the whole entire world that, they were wrong about who Jesus was. That's what Islam teaches. So if your core belief of quite literally everlasting life, salvation, all that good stuff is death, burial, resurrection of Jesus, and then a religion comes along and says all that didn't happen, by biblical definition, that would be the religion of the Antichrist.
Yeah,
for
real.
Islam.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, gentlemen, I gotta step out.
Yeah, I gotta head out too. But it was
it's like 1 o'clock here on the East Coast for some.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody just calm. Hold on. I got a fucking clip for that. Jesus. What clip? Christ.
All right, let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
All right. We're going to do outros now, because this is a fucking legitimate news show starting with Cider. Where can people find you next?
Over at a channel called Mainerville. I talk about Maine politics, as exciting as that is right now. We're talking about the Somalis and how we have gangster politics now with people who can barely speak English issuing threats to the Democrats that brought them here and promised them milk and honey.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Everybody subscribe to Cider. I will find your links and put them in the description. Society.
I'm over at...
You're welcome back anytime, Cider. Good having you on, Bo. All right.
Yeah, it's pleasure being here. It's what Heroes Con. So.
Yeah, I'm over at societyreviews.com. I have YouTube, I have a Rumble. So Tuesday nights we do the bar room exclusively on Rumble and X. On Sunday I do the Bible Lens, where I talk about topics very much similar to this. I have a whole bunch of episodes dedicated to Islam specifically and all that good stuff, so go check that out. Go check out the site if you want to see all my stuff in written form. And yeah, I'll be around for a little bit, so
dope. Bats.
Sign up for RebelOasisStudio.com. I got something exciting coming out, man. I want to show people, but I can't. It's really dope.
We can't. Yeah,
really
we can. I just don't think yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. Definitely. But
it's that. Yeah.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on
yeah,
that note,
not yet. I would actually say don't try to promote any new product on this show on this night.
No, definitely
it's not a good idea. Drunken Emerald Arrow, where can people find you next?
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. PST is insert title here. Then on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST on my channel is Nerds Covering the News. All the good titles were taken is slightly delayed as I am working on setting up a few things, and that'll be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. on my channel.
That's fantastic. I really look forward to the new show, and I hope I get to be a part of it when asked. Professor Savage Dad, long-winded Professor Savage Dad, where are you at?
Here.
Fantastic. You were drinking something. You're drinking tonight, aren't you?
No, actually, I was driving earlier.
You're not drinking
water. Limit. Not yet. I might drink after this. But let's see. What do I got coming up? MSK at some point needs to reschedule with me. I may be doing something with Kratos El Grados on a gaming channel if I can commit time, but I can't commit to anything right now because, so a lot up in the air. So that's why I don't regularly stream unless I'm home. Which I happened to be tonight, so I clicked the link when I got home.
That's great.
So yeah, nothing specific. I'll be around where you find me. I will be opening my boarding house for creative dissidents and members of the artistic community who travel to conventions and need a place to stay. It's kind of like a home for traveling artists. First tenant will be Vaughn Coleman at some point this summer.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Fan fusion, baby.
So Professor Savage Dad, human trafficking. Stay tuned, folks.
Yes, coming soon.
Von Coleman, first victim, willing.
Well, that's not what I signed up for. I was like, well, the trafficking. I don't know if that. Yeah, he sold books.
It depends on who I'm selling him to. Like if it's a sugar mama, he might be down for that.
No, I wouldn't actually be down for that. Actually, come to think of it, how many projects?
There's some rich women in Scottsdale.
Maybe we could cut a deal. All right, like if she can help me get some products out, you know.
She's got
Before we all roll out of here, can I play this all for you guys?
Please do.
For your enjoyment.
All right, let's find out what you got here.
Because I think we played this last week, and I just wanted to play it again because I think it'll make everyone smile, especially given the shit week we've all been through here. So here you guys go. Enjoy.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Count Dankula.
Chelsea just cheap labour, alcoholism in that place that has all the rice, filthy cockroaches and thieving wee gypsies in the place that got fucking nuked twice. Hitmen on scooters and edgy school shooters, and the one where the president's a cuck, the one where it's sunny, the one with no money, and the one that is completely fucked. Muslims and Muslims and Muslims and Muslims, and also that one with the Jews. All of the Slavs that removed the kebabs, and the ones that can't poo in the loo. Democrat backers and those pesky hackers, the one with the terrorist attacks, really hot wham, and the one with the famine, and the one that want white people back. pedos and ladyboys, boomerang chuckers, and that one that is really small, the mafia blackmailer, fat guy with nukes, still the fucking wall. AIDS, the one where they all touch kids, the one that has a really funny name, and the one that can suck my dick.
That will never not be great.
Yeah.
All right, society.
Later.
Peace out, bud.
See you guys.
All right. I think we're just fucking done. You know what? We're done. Hey, everybody. Hey, Emerald, you're somebody that actually has something going on next.
Yeah. Dude, we already did my outro.
Oh, okay. What about you guys, Sauce? Anything?
Me? We already did my outro.
I feel bad for not
doing that. Oh my god.
That is very
you know what? Well.
Come on. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Get some cups. Why did you do this to me? Pop in the car. Get some cups. For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off me. No, we've only got one. Ta-ta and farewell.